Good day to everyone. Today, we will be discussing about the self from the perspective of anthropology. Anthropology is a combination of two Greek words, anthropos, which means human being, and logos, which means study or science. Therefore, anthropology means study of human being. It is the science of humanity. This studies human beings in aspects ranging from biology and evolutionary history of Homo sapiens to the features of society and culture that decisively distinguish humans from other species. This discipline aims to describe human beings and explain them on the basis of biological and cultural characteristics of the populations which may be distributed and to emphasize, through time, the difference and variations of these populations. For this lesson, we will focus on the self and how the biological and cultural characteristics of the populations affects us as an individual. Archaeology's focus is the past and how it may have contributed to the present phase of how people conduct their daily lives. Archaeologists have discovered the unique ways in which human beings adapt change in their environment in order for them to survive. It is concerned with generalizing about patterns of human behavior seen in all their dimensions and with achieving a total description of social and cultural phenomena. Biological anthropology focuses primarily on how human body adapts to different Earth environments. These scientists are interested in explaining how the biological characteristics of human beings affect how they live their lives. By studying people in different places around the globe, these scientists have discovered that while human beings vary in their biological makeup and behavior, there are a lot more similarities among them than there are differences. That is survival. Human beings share same strengths and vulnerabilities. Halimbawa, sa pagkain, eating the right balance of nutrients from food is beneficial to all human beings. Pero hindi lahat ng pagkain ay pwedeng kainin ng lahat ng tao. Mayroong may mga allergies sa seafoods or peanuts na kapag kinain nila ito ay maybe maaaring maging poisonous sa kanila. Linguistic anthropology emphasizes a unique human capacity to communicate through articulate speech and the diverse languages of humankind. Language identifies a group of people. The words, sounds, symbols, writings, and signs that are used are a reflection of group's culture. Halimbawa, dito sa Pilipinas, more than 170 languages are spoken in the Philippines. With different languages carries with different beliefs and culture, but still we stand together as one nation and that's what makes our culture wonderful. Linguistic anthropology's interest focuses on using language as a means to discover a group's manner of social interaction and his worldview. This scientist wants to discover how language is used to create and share meanings, to form ideas and concepts, and to promote social change. Cultural anthropologists are interested in knowing what makes one group's manner of living particular to that group and forms an essential part of the members' personal and social identity. They often conduct studies of people's culture whose customs are quite different from our own, and they attempt to explain the reason for these complex patterns of social behavior. Social and/or cultural anthropology emphasizes on cultural systems that distinguish human societies from other and the patterns of social organization associated with this system. Cultural diversities are manifested in different ways and at different levels of depth. The following are the ways in which culture may manifest itself in people. First, symbols. Symbols are words, gestures, pictures, or objects that have recognized accepted meaning in a particular culture. Symbols can be shared or copied by other cultures who find them also fitting for their own culture. Example, colors have meaning that are similar in many cultures. Halimbawa, red stands for love, white symbolizes purity, and blue represents peace. Second, heroes. Heroes are persons from the past or present who have characteristics that are important in a culture. They may be real or fictitious and are models for behavior. Examples of real heroes are Dr. Jose Rizal, Andres Bonifacio, and Marcelo H. Del Pilar. Fictitious heroes are Darda, Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, Plastic Man, and Captain Marvel. Third are rituals. Rituals are activities participated by a group of people for the fulfillment of desired objectives and are considered to be socially essential. Example, religious ceremonies like baptism and weddings, social ceremonies like birthdays and graduations. Fourth, values. Values are considered to be the core of every culture. Values are unconscious and can neither be discussed nor be directly observed, but can only be inferred from the way people act and react to circumstances and situations. Example, respect for elders, hospitality, and nationalism. Ruth Bolton Benedict is an anthropologist and folklorist. Benedict held the post president of the American Anthropological Association and was also a prominent member of the American Folklore Society. She became the first woman to be recognized as a prominent leader of learned profession. She studied the relationships between personality, art, language, and culture, insisting that no trait existed in isolation or self-sufficiency. Patterns of Culture is an eloquent declaration of the role of culture in shaping human life. Benedict claimed that individuals needed a society for their individuality, and those societies needed individuals in order to survive, adjust to crisis, and change. She explains the idea of society and how individuals are involved in the society and the cultural patterns within the society. She argues that it is the personality, the particular complex of traits and attitudes of a culture that defines the individuals within it as a success, misfits, or outcast. William Graham Sumner William Graham Sumner is an American sociologist and economist. Prolific publicist of social Darwinism, Sumner added the terms folkways and mores to the vocabularies of American sociologists. He believed that these were the most powerful influences of human behavior, even when irrational. A social Darwinist and conservative in thought, Sumner worked continuously in charting the evolution of human customs, folkways, and mores. He believed that these forces are developed naturally to the course of evolution, made any attempt for social reform is useless. Sumner advocated that humanity could only survive in an environment untouched by attempts to change the natural laws of social development. Trained in the ideals of inductive empiricism, Sumner's concepts were based on observations of particulars. Sumner defines the concept of ethnocentrism as the attitudes of superiority concerning one's own group in comparison to others. Folkways become the means of adaptation to social conditions. They are the acts to satisfy people's needs of maintenance, protection, perpetuation, and security.